This guy's so fast, no one can hit him. You would have seen a lot of people with good reflexes, but this guy's on the next level. He's so fast that no one can hit him. This guy would even dare the public to come and hit him. Welcome to a platform about sports and combat. So without any further ado, let's get started with Who's This Guy? This is Trav, a martial artist and a great self-defense teacher. He doesn't teach any martial artists at all, but rather self-defense moves. He was trained by UFC champions like Bas Rutten, Frankie Edgar, and Eddie Alveraz. He further added that all the techniques that he learned over the years have been modified by him to squeeze the best out of them. In real life, most people just don't want to spend 5 years learning martial arts, so if someone wants to learn defensive maneuvers, Trav teaches the perfect methods to do so. Now let's see some. Public action. After a brief introduction, we're going to see how he holds up in street fights. He went up to several guys and challenged them if they could successfully hit him. So let's jump into that. The glass punches. This guy in the red with glasses on accepted the challenge. At the start of the fight, he even tells him that you're not going to run, right? This is pretty much a natural reaction because the guy's asking you to punch him in the face and he won't hit you back. But when the fight started, he was astonished by his speed. The guy started throwing punches, but he wasn't able to hit him. After dozens of times he couldn't hit him, all he was doing was bobbing and weaving, but he was doing it too damn quick. He kept throwing the punches, jabs, and hooks for a whole lot of minutes, but there was no luck. In the middle of the fight, the guy in red accidentally steps on his foot, but the results didn't change. At last, the guy gave up because he was extremely tired of throwing and retreating the punches.
You can't run, right?
What's that?
You can't run, right?
That's pretty much all I'm gonna do. Stepping on her feet.
It's too fucking quick.
The one with the hooks. The other guy's better at throwing hooks and punches than the other person, so he hands over the gloves, and then the party started. You see, the moment he kicked in, he starts throwing perfect jabs. I'm pretty sure this guy was trained because those hooks were deadly. But still, his punches, jabs, and uppercuts couldn't reach him. The other guys were enjoying the show. It was like watching a free boxing match on air. He was too quick with the jabs, but it still wasn't enough. You see, at the very end of the match, he successfully connected his hook at the very slightest, but again, the head movement and bobbing and weaving were amazing. After giving it a few more shots, the match finally ended. The random guy gave him a really tough competition.
All right, here we go.
Get in on him now. There you go.
Now your boy's into it.
The guy in blue. Here's another guy in blue who was challenged to hit the fighter. After handing over the gloves and starting the fight, you'd notice he's the same as the other guy. Too good with the hooks, punches, and jabs. He even tried throwing some body punches, but we know that wasn't the challenge. The challenge was to hit him in the head, and he'll try his hardest to defend it. After a spectacular show, the guy in blue just says, "I'm done." It was because he was tired of throwing all those unsuccessful strikes. It consumes a lot of energy, more than you might think. When you connect your jab, you use less energy as compared to missing and retreating.
There you go.
The boy with swag. This contest lasted for more than 2 minutes, but still the guy couldn't touch him a single time. It's not that the boy was slow, but Trav was too quick. The boy even said several times that he's too damn quick. They kept going and going, but couldn't reach him. His friend and all the people around him were filming this spectacular fight. After a minute of throwing ineffective punches, he even stopped for a second to deliver it at least one time. He even tried to prank him by saying, "It's okay, we're just playing," and right after tried to deliver the punch. All he wanted to do was distract him, but it was a poor approach. Trav tried to do the same in a funny manner, trying to make fun of him, After 2 minutes of fighting with Trav, the kid gave up. After seeing him in action, who'd even dare go into the public and offer to punch him in the face? He did this to people that it actually works. For some, if they're wondering if this video's sponsored, well, it's not. I just wanted to show you how skillful he is. With all the fights, he could easily counterpunch the others, but he didn't. Now, if you focused hard, you'd see that he used the same few techniques to defend himself, but all the opponents failed to hit him. So what are those techniques that he used to defend himself? We're going to find out in a bit. The first one is the shoulder pop. This is a movement that's used for powering up a punch. Whenever you counter an attack, the best way to react is through counterpunching. So to counterpunch, you must know this simple little trick. Now, if you're about to counterattack with your right hand, then make sure to put it in the back and up front your left shoulder. What this will do is power up your punch so that it can be more effective. It's a very basic little movement that you should know how to counterattack. The second thing you need to know is the slip. This is a technique that's used to avoid an incoming straight punch. Now, it's similar to shoulder pop, but in shoulder pop you're counterattacking, while here you're trying to defend yourself against an incoming punch straight to your head. So the thing with this straight slip is that you need to tuck a little deeper while moving your head in the slightest. So the only difference is the tucking. You'll need to tuck a little deeper and you'll counter a straight punch easily. Now with this movement, it doesn't matter if he's throwing a right punch or a left punch. You can always tuck in any direction you want. But remember that while tucking, you'll always have to move your head just enough to make him miss. You can move it in any direction, but it should be at least 6 inches just to be sure. Get in close technique. Now the worst that can happen to you in this scenario is you're short to counterattack. What I mean is that if your arms are shorter and you can't reach his head or body to deliver a punch, so what you got to do is just counter. Make sure to step in 12 to 8 inches. What this will do is bring you closer to your opponent as soon as you counter their attack. This way you won't face any difficulty reaching their head or their body. Remember, the techniques shown here should be practiced on both sides. You should tuck on the right side and the left side to get the best of these techniques. With that said, you've reached the end of our video. This guy's YouTube channel link is given down below along with his website. The subscription to his blog is completely free. He teaches people how to defend themselves in street fights and competitive arenas. So what do you think about this guy? Kindly let us know in the comments section. If you admired our video, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more sporty and combat videos. Have an awesome day.